not stop. I mean, if it's open till 2, we're going till 2. And the shoe that I brought with me, I brought several, but of course I traveled with my Lexis. Not this exact shoe, but the one that you saw in my Facebook post. But this is the new version of the famous Lexi Marigold. And you guys have started buying this already. No wonder, because this is the #1 favorite footbed from you guys and everybody across the board. When it comes to Clark's summertime sandal, it's called the Lexi footbed. It's my favorite. Just like those were Kara's favorite, this is my favorite. And this is the most affordable Lexi that we have with a back strap. So if you wanted to try this, you don't have to spend a ton of money. You can get this at a featured price of under $65. I would pay $164 for these. I would. They have saved me. And then we have 3 easy payments of only $21.52. The most affordable way to get a Lexi with a back strap is right here. And here's your colors. We have coral. Next to that, we have our black. And then we have it in our tan, and then we also have it in our bone. One of our colors, 2 of our colors, already sold out. So get out here, Miss Amy. You took me all over my vacation in my Lexis.
I'm so glad, and you know, that means so much. And I think especially, you know, I was actually shopping during the break with Kara. We went to the mall, and I think there's really something to be said for buying something that's reliable, that's dependable, that you know so many other women and so many other customers just like you stand behind and love.
I mean, you were telling me, first of all, that Lexi is really a phenomenon around the country and around the world, but at QVC, it's the real place to get it. And this is our most affordable Lexi with a back strap that 10,000 of you have already ordered. And for the first day this year, we put one of Amy's favorites, one of my favorites. I mean, I love the Lexi. It is by far my favorite footbed. The Lexi Marigold was my first true love, but then this is the one that came along shortly after that.
Well, I remember being at Fanny, which is coming again this June, and saying, they said, we have the update to the Marigold, and I was like, Jane Treacy is gonna die. I'm so excited, and it is a little different. What we did is we kind of added this sort of Aztec kind of, I don't like a little bit, I want to say bohemian, but I also want to say like kind of tribal chic vibe to it. The way that we did the cutouts. You know, my husband and I went to Guatemala and we went to the Mayan ruins, and this is kind of that look that I think about. And then you have the beautiful leather, the back strap for adjustability. In fact, on our Clark's website, we actually only have Lexis that have no back strap. They're slides. So if you love that back strap, which we know you do, that's why we brought it.
So not at Clark's website, but here, and the most affordable Lexi with a back strap. And why are we so crazy about this footbed? And are you okay, sweetie? That's all right. But what struck me was, you know, I had really comfortable footwear and I loved all of it, but when my feet were tired and when I was tired, I went to my Lexis. I wore it a lot this summer, and I mean a lot this past week. And the reason is because it holds my foot. Your feet don't have to work to stay in it. And when you've taken 16, 18, sometimes 23,000 steps in a day, even if you're just taking 10 steps in a day, this shoe holds you and hugs you and supports you like nobody's business, and then looks this awesome.
Amazing.
So sneak peek at midnight, and look at that shoe.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
This just rocks.
It's so flattering. Like you said, it's holding your foot, but Leah looks sensational. Look how her toes just kind of peek out. There's a lot of coverage, a lot of leather, but it's still a true sandal. And again, I think the magic behind it is that it is so lightweight. Yes, it's versatile. Yes, it's stylish. But then when you actually step inside and just melt into that ortholite footbed and are blown away that this is so lightweight, it feels like an extension of you.
It really does. Like I just, it's hard to explain, and that's silly because that's what I'm paid to do, is sit here and talk to you about shoes. So I just want you to try this because there's a love it or return it policy here at QVC. It's the first day this year that we've given you 3 easy payments, and it's funny. I put my, because I have this in the Carl, and the Carl's very limited, but I put it next to my Lexi Marigolds. And this is obviously the next generation, the Lexi Fiddle. And this is more ladylike, this is more streamlined, and this doesn't have as stark of stitching contrast. So it becomes a shoe, I think, that you can dress up maybe a little bit more. I mean, I have both. I am an equal opportunity Lexi lover. I have every single Lexi ever made, but it's because you get a little lift, you get a 2.5-inch lift, but I can't stress what this footbed is like enough. It is magic on your feet.
It's so true. I think a lot of times there are shoes, and we have them too, that are more of a pillow top shoe. Like you think about how you sort of float on top of them, and I love that. This is one you really sink into. It's also extremely flexible, so you're getting something lightweight, flexible, already broken in for you.
The bendables line,
The bendables
right?
line, so there's no work required. I think it's a little misleading because you see this outsole and you think, is that going to be heavy? Is it going to be flexible? We put in these external flex grooves that expand with every step, and then we put internal flex grooves on the midsole that compress with every step. So you really, like, you could have worn these for your first time ever in Disney,
right?
And they would feel insane. And again, I
Out
know
of the
you
box.
always bring this up, but they last forever.
They do. I mean, like my first Lexi marigolds are the pewter, and like I can't buy. It's like sometimes you buy Laura Geller, and it just keeps going and going and going. Those, I mean, this is investment for your feet. And for the first day this year, we gave you easy pay of 3 easy payments, so you can get these home at under $1 a day, $21.52. You have, this month, next month, a month after that to pay for them. If you don't love it, you return it. But this is a shoe. I just can't explain how awesome it is until it gets on your feet. And that's why 10,000 have been ordered, and that's why this has been so amazingly popular. Carl looks like it's really, really limited, because when we've done that red light, green light, they've been super limited. Here's the black with that little pop of white stitching that's so pretty.
Lightens it up.
Then we have a classic tan, but then a color that I don't know if we do in any other Lexis. That's the bone. That's that lighter neutral that is hard to find.
It's so true. And I think bone to me is so feminine. It's soft, it's understated, and it's really, again, just a new way to wear a neutral.
So when you see Leah wearing something really exciting that might be coming up at midnight, I mean, with that crochet little, is this not the perfect shoe?
I mean, the whole outfit. You can go to work, you can go out to dinner, you can be traveling, walking around Disney, you can do anything.
And Amy, don't go too far, because you're my out of the box girl tonight. Yay! So in about 18 minutes, I already showed you one of the prints, which if you want that red, white, and blue flag print, already 500 gone. But we've got the Skechers coming up, the Bobs, which if you've